Hi guys, Dan's Wildlife here. Going to be doing a full clean out today of all my animals and doing a video on feeding, cleaning, how I keep the animals, and we'll get straight to it because it's going to be a busy afternoon. Okay, so first we're going to clean out Boba because he needs cleaning out. Got my cleaning gear here, use Back to Nature litter, and we'll get on it. So firstly, we get the litter tray out. He's to be honest, I could get away with partially emptying this, to be honest. As long as I get rid of the wee, that should be okay. Today we're also going to be working, what are you doing? We're also going to be working on the snails. We're going to clean those out, place the food, get rid of all the poo. And we're going to be having a look at the crabs, which I don't think I've done a video on since I got them from the BTS last year. He's very inquisitive, wondering about what the things are, and also the vinegaroons. We're going to have a look at the vinegaroons, maybe some feeding, and try and get them to eat. The one has just emerged from underground, actually. Don't know why, but he's burrowed himself. He's probably gone down to shed, or you'll probably be able to hear Boba duking. He's a bit happy he's out. I've obviously been quite poorly over the past week, and this is the second time I've had this cold this year already. And he caught it off me the first time round, and the last thing I want is him catching a second one, so I've tried to distance myself, but I'm just coming out of it now. I have washed my hands before I handled him, so he should be okay. But yes, he was on antibiotics for a week, and they seem to have helped clear up the who's there? They seem to help clear up his cough and his sneezing. Oh, Boba, you've got food in here. You can't put food in your litter box. Yes, he had a cold. He's over it now. He should be okay. He hasn't been coughing or sneezing since he's finished his thingies. And he's gone under the sofa. Yes, he's just molting at the moment as well, so his spring and summer coat's coming through, and he's losing his winter coat, so he's molting a lot. He covers me in hair every time I pick him up. Come spring, summer, he should be okay. I'm gonna have to put you in the carry case. So yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of scratching because he doesn't like being in the carry case, but if he tries to get under the sofa, we can't get him out, and he likes to stay under there and start scratching at stuff. So, unfortunately, we've got to put him in the carry case. So yeah, don't know whether you can see that. Scrape the corner out, that's where he primarily goes to the toilet. And that's all the wee and stuff is gone. There's now just a few wet bits. Got to try and get as much of the wet bits and the wee soap bits out as possible, because it could give him burns on his feet, on his pads, and it can cause secondary infection and stuff, and it's not very nice. And there he goes again. You got to stop, Boba. Seriously, otherwise you go back in your cage. He's cheeky. Cheeky boy. I do have to clean out the bottom of his cage as well, because he's been going to the toilet in his cage. He's I think as a protest really, more than anything. So I also use Clean and Safe Johnson's. It's a pet friendly disinfectant. Get rid of all the poo stains in the corner, make it look as tidy as possible. And then over the top we use BA4 Cage Fresh granules. So basically when he wheezes, these granules absorb the urine and absorb the smell and the odours and stuff, and keeps the cage smelling fresh. And that goes literally a fine layer over the top, and then over that fine layer of litter you just sprinkle fresh litter. There you go, looks brand new. So start by taking the food and the water out, and then if you could see this, obviously it's a bit mental. There's litter everywhere, and now Lady and Nim were very, I would consider them very house proud personally. Boba, I don't know whether it's him being a baby, but he's bloody messy. He's just exploring the vinegaroon cages. Crabs. Okay, and that's Boba, everyone. Now, next, I think I'm going to do the snails, because they definitely need cleaning out. The snails, they have started smelling. I need to clean out the old food. I'm going to put fresh in. I'm going to get rid of the all the feces that they've left lying everywhere. I'm going to give them a spray, which I need to go and get the bottle for. And we're going to cut them up some fresh food. I think this time, instead of just sprouts, I've actually gone out and prepared. I've got iceberg lettuce, carrot and cucumber. Now, from what I've been told, cucumber has a natural aphrodisiac effect for snails, and hopefully it gets them to lay some decent and strong eggs that I can eventually get rid of. And yeah, give this cuttlefish bone an absolute see into, haven't you? Wow. Okay, so I'll be right back with the spray bottle. I have the spray bottle. I have a small bucket ready to empty some water out into from the crabs, and now I'm going to go ahead and clean the snails. It's important after you clean snails out to definitely wash your hands, because obviously with the risk of worms and other parasites coming from the snails themselves, it's very important that you wash your hands, because you don't want to ingest any parasites that they may have. So let's start by picking up some of these sprout things. All the poo's gone. I think I've got snails that like to think they're ferrets, because they've all pooped in one corner. And I do apologise if you can hear Boba in the background. He's going a bit mental at the moment, because as soon as he sees somebody in the room, all he wants to do is come out. So he's a bit desperate, I think. He comes out every day, and you'd think he was a prisoner. And there he is moving his litter tray. There he is moving his water. And I swear to God, he's going to hurt himself one of these days, or completely soak himself. Anyway, which I think, no, he hasn't moved his thing. He was just hit it with the litter tray. So, these guys have been pretty much cleaned out. I shall do their food last, and I'll give them a spray last. They're quite active, to be honest, the snails. Every time I look at them, they do seem to be moving around and kind of eating or going up and down the sides of the walls, like, because when you spray they go and drink the water off the side of the walls, which is quite interesting to watch. They're such simple animals, but I still love to watch them. Okay, so I've just realised I need to go and get a container for the crabs. I'll be right back. Okay, I've just washed my hands to avoid any cross-contamination from the snails to the crabs, and I've got this little tub. I had the snails in this because I thought it might come in handy for something else as well one day. So we'll give this a wash out, disinfect it, because you never know. I just like to, you know, remain safe in the knowledge that they might. I've got the crabs out ready to be rehoused in the same enclosure, but they're going to have it a bit tidier and they're going to have new substrate put down and everything. I'm going to fill this entirely with the coconut husk, and then I'm going to transfer some to the vinegaroons and possibly the snails, and yeah, it's going to be easier than sitting here cutting it up, to be honest. So I'll be right back. We'll just wait a bit for that to dissolve, and then we'll start transferring it. That is a fairly big brick. It should be okay. It should turn into a lot of mulch, and we should be able to transfer some. Okay, so brick's dissolving nicely. It's very much watered down. It's going to take a while to dissolve, but it's on its way there. Anyway, I know that. And the last thing I want really is them being able to get under the water bowl, because I can't keep an eye on them then, and I don't want them getting crushed or anything. So hopefully this will all be ready in a matter of moments. I'll transfer a lot of it to the other enclosures. There's still dry bits, I might need a bit more water. It's there, everybody, I think. It's as watered down as I can get it, and it should be ready to go back into the enclosures. So what I'll do is I'll start off with the snails first. We should put some in the vinegaroons as well. Give the vinegaroons a bit of a spray. Oh, you must forgive me, I'm absolutely sweltering. That's the vinegaroon. We shall go on to feeding in a second, see if he's hungry at all. You okay, Boba? We shall have a look at this vinegaroon to see if it's doing okay. And get some mulching. And I think that'll do actually. So if I get all that to that one side on there, And now that's swampier conditions, and that's better for them. And now I can put the crabs back in. And that's them. And finally I'll go and get some dechlorinated water, and I shall do the other vinegaroon, give him a spray down, and then drop some mealworms in with the crabs, and then yeah, we'll look at doing the snail food. Oh, that one's a lot heavier. Okay, let's see if we can get the this little guy out. There you go, guys. It's a giant vinegaroon. Known for spraying a vinegar smelling substance out as a defence mechanism. Fantastic creatures. They're what's known as tailless whip scorpions. Very interesting species of animal. But I won't handle them properly because personally I don't find there's any benefit to handling inverts. They don't benefit from it, they don't have any enjoyment from it, and it just seems pointless to pick them up and stress them out. Okay, and that's that. Let's see if we can feed him. Feed these guys mealworms. This out of the two of them is the better feeder. You should eat that. He's feeling it with his antennae. It looks like he's about to grab it. Might be a bit of a longer video today, guys, because I've decided to redo all my animals and clean them out and feed them, and I thought, you know what, that'll make a decent video for Tuesday. So today's Monday, so I need to get this edited tonight, preferably, and I really want this vinegaroon to take the mealworm. He's feeling it. Oh! There you go. He's grabbed it. He's grabbing it, guys, but he's not eating. And he's got it, guys. And there you go. He is now eating that, which is good. He's a good eater, that one. Took him a while to grab it, but he was definitely interested. Now I can sort that one out. Okay, so now I'm going to take the camera to the kitchen. I'm going to cut some veg up and I'm going to feed it to the snails. Okay guys, I've decided against the kitchen because the washing machine was on, and unfortunately it was making the camera footage go all strange and weird. But things that I've got for the snails, I've got cucumber, which should last me a while because they'll eat rotten stuff, rotten matter as well. Some iceberg lettuce and a carrot. Other shops are available in Sainsbury's. If we take 2 leaves of that, chop some carrot. Now I've thought as well I can actually feed some of this to the crabs as well. Now I've heard somewhere that cucumber is actually a natural aphrodisiac for snails, and it might improve their egg quality and their egg yield. Don't know how true this is, citation needed. I am not sure of this, but if anybody can tell me otherwise, please let me know in the comments, because if that's the case, then it would be interesting to know if it's real or not. That should be enough, I would have thought. We'll cut a few extra pieces of carrot for the crabs. Let's just get the okay, and we'll just move over to the crabs and the snails. So there's the snails in their new home. It's a bit swampy, a bit marshy. What I like to do with these guys is I like to sprinkle a few mealworms in the water, and they don't seem to get out of that water bowl. It's hard for them to get out of. I've never witnessed any get out anyway. The crabs have always got round to eating them. But then I'm going to scatter a couple of pieces of carrot and then see if they like that. And that's the crabs finished. But what we will do is we'll just scatter this lettuce around. They've got their cuttlefish bone there. Tell you, these snails have been very well fed. And put the cucumber around as well. So hopefully that's a fair bit of food for them. I'm not going to give it a spray down just yet. It's had a spray down, but they should be ready to go. That concludes today's video, guys. Boba is happy and clean. Well, is he happy? He's always bloody grumpy, I know that. But he's been cleaned out. We've rehoused and re-substrated the snails and the crabs. We've completely cleaned out their enclosure. We've checked on the vinegaroons. They have, one's eaten, the other one wouldn't take any food. That's why I haven't included a feeding video in this video of that one. He's been happy trashing his cage while I've been in here. So yeah, a good cleaning day, everybody, and now I'm absolutely sweltering. Just a reminder, guys, we have 6 spaces left for Africa now. The price has gone down a bit. The exact price is, I think off the top of my head, £2,017.15. But we do have a brand new itinerary that I've had written up professionally. It's on a PDF format. It looks absolutely incredible. If you want to come with us, I can't stress enough, email me at info@madmongoose.co.uk and I'll get the itinerary out to you. It is first come, first served. We would like to get as many people as possible, 8 being the maximum, 4 being the minimum. The more people we get to go, the cheaper it's going to be. That's what we want. We want it to be competitive, we want it to be cheap, we want it to be an experience that people are going to talk about in 20 years time. But that is me today, guys. I'd like to say thank you for the support over the last couple of videos. I really appreciate it if you would return the favour by liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, hitting the bell icon to stay notified. I'd surely appreciate it. And that's me today, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again. Bye.